Hello, this is Spidey1958 and welcome to my Let's Play Industrial Automation. In this episode, we're going to go ahead and upgrade my machines in my machine shop again and then do a bunch of Equivlent Exchange stuff so we can see some of the new Equivlent Exchange. But first of all, I figured I'd give you some updates of what I did while I was gathering resources. If you remember last episode, we basically set up a volcano to supply us lava. Well, the first volcano, which this gate went to, ran out fairly quickly. The second volcano also ran out fairly quickly. And the third volcano also ran out fairly quickly. So obviously those volcanoes don't necessarily have a lot of lava in them. What I'm doing with one of the volcanoes now is I've set up my quarry here on top of the volcano with some chunk loader boxes, since this is a fair distance from my actual base, to mine out the basalt, because I want to use that in some future builds. So I'm going to basically mine out this entire volcano and that. So we'll be gathering that for a while. I did a bunch of mining because I knew we were going to need a bunch of resources, and I just wasn't getting enough from my quarry. And wasn't with my gold machine not working anymore. I wanted to make sure I had some built up. So where I'm getting my lava now is in the dungeon where I was getting lava for my to feed my one lava generator I used in my workshop here. I basically set it up down there in the mine, and if you hold on just a minute here, I'll run down there quick and show you what I've got set up. So I will be back as soon as I get down there. Okay, here we are down in the big lava fields that I've been using for quite some time. And if you see over there is my actual pump pumping up lava from this big lake. And I've gotten tons and tons of obsidian. I think I have well over 200 obsidian right now. And I blocked off the water here so that the lava field isn't turned into any more obsidian than that. So I'll probably have to move this pump. I don't know how deep this lava actually goes, but for now it's lasting a lot longer than the volcanoes did. So hopefully that will meet my lava needs for a little while here. So let me run back up to the surface here. Doo-dee-doom. And I'll be right back with you. Okay, we're back here in my workshop. And the first thing I want to do is, previously I had upgraded these to advanced machines, which hasn't updated for the newest version of the mods. So I kept my induction oven, which is actually standard industrial craft, and I decided I'm going to put 2 overclockers into each of these so I can get them up to speed. So let's go ahead and craft those quickly. So if we go here, the recipe is basically 8 circuits, and these are the electrolyzed water cells that you've seen me make from my generator, and then cables like that. And I thought that was correct. Maybe I've got the wrong type of water cells. Let me double check. They're coolant cells, so I got the wrong type of cells. So I haven't showed you how to make coolant cells before, so we'll do those quick. So let me grab these out. They look alike in the recipe. And so we'll need 24 of those. So let's go ahead and request 24 water cells. And we're going to have to put those in the compressor when we start getting them here. And I'll go ahead and put these Since I won't need these, we'll go ahead and put these up here because I can use those for other things. So okay, I'll grab the first stack of 7 here. Tends to do it in groups of 7 because that's the number of buckets I have in my water system. So we'll go ahead and throw them here in the compressor. And I'll come back once these are all done. So see you in a minute. And I, of course, was wrong. If you put a water cell in a compressor, you get a snowball. I actually wanted to put them in the extractor. So I've got them running in the extractor right now. Let me go ahead and request a replacement for the one that got turned into a snowball. And as soon as we get... Oh, that's right, they don't stack, so I have to sit here and take each one out as it prepares. So let me go ahead and do that. I'll be back as soon as I got a fair number of water cells. Okay, I got enough to build my first overclocker chip, so we'll go ahead and stick these in. And there's our overclocker upgrade. So let's go ahead and run back here. Take that out, and you can see the speed it's moving right there. And let's go ahead and stick our first one in here. As you can see, it immediately caused the speed to be a little faster. And I'm not sure, but I think each one doubles the energy that the item takes. So I think normally these take 2. So the first one here is going to make it take 4 energy. And I think the next one goes to 8, but I'm not positive on that. So let's go ahead and build another overclocker and see how good that increases the speed here. And they have 4 slots over here, though there are only 3 things to put in them right now. You've got the overclocker like I just built. You have the let me find the other ones here. So you've got the transformer upgrade, which is actually fairly expensive because it has a transformer, but that lets you go to the next higher power. So if I put it in these, they could use medium power. If I put 2 in, they could use high voltage power. The other one is the energy storage upgrade, which each one of these adds 10,000 internal storage to the machine. So they actually add a healthy amount. But for now, all I'm really worried about is the overclockers. So we'll go ahead and get those made, and I'll come back as soon as I have enough for the other machines. But as you see, 2 of them do make a significant increase in the speed. Okay, I'm back, and of course I can't count, so I made 8 because I for some reason thought 4 machines. So what we're going to do is go ahead, I'm going to stick some cobblestone in here, and let me get the noise here. Okay, so this is the speed it's moving at when it has no overclockers. So let's go ahead and put 3 in here because this is one of the machines we want fast. And you can see it's a significant increase in speed here. And let's go ahead and take our sand here and go down to our compressor. And you can see the speed it makes without the overclockers. We put in the 2 overclocks, and it leaps to being considerably faster. So the upgrades definitely increase the speed, and they're reasonably expensive, but probably cheaper than an advanced machine. So let's go ahead and leap over to the other side. Okay. Next, I think we'll work on building up our Equivlent Exchange stuff. So the first thing I want to do is make some various of the repair dust. I think it's covalent dust. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. And they've changed the recipe and the amounts for all of those. And I'll need to get 8 more sandstone, or 8 more cobblestone, because I just macerated the 8 I had. Okay, so the first is the green dust, which is now made by putting 8 cobble and a charcoal in, and it has to be charcoal, not coal. That gives us 40 of the convalescence dust of the green. Now, for 1 iron and 1 redstone gives us 40 of the light blue, and 1 diamond and 1 coal gives us 40 of the dark blue. As you see, you get a lot more for fewer resources, so these are a lot more useful than they were before. And the next thing we're going to want here is a chest, and they've changed the recipe for the chest a little. So we put a chest here, a diamond here. Actually, I think this recipe actually stayed the same. And 1 of those dusts there, 1 of those dusts there, and 1 there, and then an iron here and here, and you've got your alchemical chest. Now, our collector is basically an alchemical chest, or not our collector, our energy condenser. So that gives us our basic energy condenser. So we got 1 of those. And we're going to want to build another solar collector. So that's a really expensive recipe because it has a block of diamond. And then glass there. And let's go set those down here. And I want this adjacent, but I don't want it adjacent to the pipes. So let me rerun the pipes here quick. And I'm going to need 1 basic logistics pipe. Whenever you have a branch, it's best to put 1 of these at the branch. Otherwise, it won't be able to completely route it intelligently. So let's go ahead and put that there. And then get out our pipe here. And there we go. So let's go ahead and get our new devices and set them down. So we set down our condenser there and our collector there. And Then I'm going to go ahead and put a glowstone down on top here. And you can shift click on these just like you can the industrial craft stuff. So this is, since I'm not having convert anything, it's collecting EMC passively. And it will actually pass it to this box once we tell it to make something. So let's go ahead. What we of course want it to make is either diamonds or gold. So why don't I go here and request 1 gold. Oops, it's back a page, I bet. So once we put a target in here, it will start taking the energy from the adjacent collector here that's in passive mode and start making gold out of nothing. And this one here is in active mode because it's converting the redstone to Mobius fuel. And I'm not sure if I need that much Mobius fuel, so what I will probably do is go ahead and put this in passive for now too. So let's go ahead and get out my wrench. If I can find it, there it is. And for the time being, we're going to go ahead and clear out the collection here, so it's not feeding it redstone anymore. Go ahead and pull the redstone out. And it can now feed that into this as well. So now that will be our new gold making machine. And let me go ahead and throw the redstone into the system here. Okay, the next thing we want to make is the new transformation. So let me go ahead and bring up that recipe. And there's obviously spiders outside, as you can tell by the noise. So we need a philosopher's stone, 4 obsidian, and 4 smooth stone. So we'll go ahead and click here. So we need 4 obsidian, and as you can see I have definitely lots of obsidian. 4 smooth stone. And 1 philosopher's orb. So we put the orb in the middle, the smooth stone like that, the obsidian like that, and we get a transmutation tablet. So let's go ahead and set that down somewhere in here. Let's go ahead and set it down on top of our stone right here. So now when we click on it, it will let us convert just like we used to be able to do in the Philosopher's Stone. So if we put in a piece of dirt, you notice it says learn. So now the only thing this system knows how to make is dirt. But if we put in a snowball, it will tell us it doesn't know how to make snowballs. If we put in convalescence dust, it learned how to make convalescence dust, but the only thing it can make is dirt. So if we put in more convalescence dust, it learns that, and then it learns that, and I bet if we put in the higher here, yep, it shows us we can make the lower now. So, and they've changed the ECM values a lot, like dirt has an ECM of 1. Which, amazing enough, so does convalescence dust. Stone bricks has an ECM of 1. Let's go ahead and grab one of a whole bunch of stuff. So let's grab one gravel and one cobblestone. We already did dirt. Let's grab, oh, no sand. I use a lot of sand, so. Now let's grab one obsidian. And marble, I bet it's not going to recognize, but we'll try it anyway. And I know it's not going to recognize that. So let's go ahead and one lapis. One clay. A redstone. One coal. And it's not going to recognize that or that. We definitely wanted to learn about gold. And flint. Iron. Diamond. It might know copper and tin. Let's see if it actually knows copper and tin. And one glass. And a smooth stone. So let's go ahead and teach it what these are quick and see what their ECM values are. So we know it doesn't like snow. Netherrack is 1. Copper, it does actually know copper, and it's worth 85. Glass is worth 1. You notice almost all the common stuff is worth 1 now. Basalt is worth 1. Flint is worth 4. Iron is worth 256. Diamond is worth 8,192. Tin is worth 256. Gold is worth 2,048. Smooth stone is worth 1. Coal is worth 128. But if you notice here, it says fuel, and nothing came up that we could make with it. That's because fuel and non-fuels cannot be turned into each other. So I can turn redstone's a fuel. So now that it knows redstone, the coal will tell us it can make redstone, because coal is 128 and redstone, I believe, is only 64. Clay is actually 64, so it's actually fairly valuable. Lapis is 864. Marble is 1. Obsidian is 64. Our cobble, of course, is 1, and I'm betting gravel is also, oh, gravel is 4. So there you have the basic ECM costs. So now it's going to remember those ECM values on any transmutation grids I make in this world. So once you teach it, it knows it for all of them. Now there is a portable version of the transmutation grid, but it's actually fairly expensive, and I don't think I'm going to build it quite yet. So let me go ahead and empty some of this stuff out of my inventory that I don't need. let's run over to the other shop and empty some stuff there. Okay. Well, I think that's where we'll wrap this episode up. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next time, but I'll think of something by then. But until then, if you enjoyed the episode, go ahead and give me a like or leave me a comment. And if you disliked it, that's fine too. Give me a dislike. And if you're enjoying the series, go ahead and subscribe. Until next time, this is Spidey1958, and have fun on Minecrafting.